Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, depending upon which part of the world you're joining us from. Lovely to have you here with us. I hope you've had the time to explore this wonderful platform that we have created for you. It's day two of the Global Summit 2020 TIE. This is the world's largest entrepreneurship summit that's going virtual this time around. We truly are flexing our muscles and we've put out the best of the best for you today. Lovely to have you here with us. Hope you've had a great start to your day and you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe as well. Ladies and gentlemen, on today's session, we've got plenty of packed sessions lined up here for you. Good set of industry speakers, startup enablers from the biggest of biggest companies, and all these sessions curated, keeping your interest and attention span. Of course, we have a whole lot of participants joining us from beyond India today who will be joining in today. We expect a whole lot of participation, plenty of engagements, a whole lot of interactions, and keep that networking going on. To begin this day, I'd like to invite Mr. Murli for a quick welcome note as he takes us through the rest of the day. Murli, over to you.
Thank you, Sriram. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had good sessions yesterday on our platform TGS, and today we bring a whole lot of excitement on this auditorium number 7. Let me introduce you to our first very interesting speaker for today, Sangeeta Bhavi. She is from Microsoft with a slogan of empowering every person and organization on this planet to achieve more. This is not a small statement, to achieve more for everyone on this planet. That is the mission. And then Sangeeta truly relates to that mission, and she is the startup ecosystem lead from Microsoft. Thank you so much, Sangeeta, for being here, and look forward to hearing from you what startups can benefit from Microsoft. Request Sangeeta to please unveil a 1-minute video of open mic, followed by her nuggets to the startups. Over to you, Sangeeta.
Yeah, thank you so much, Murli, and good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone, for everyone who's joined across the globe. Just fantastic to basically hear the kind of initiatives that TIE is doing with the open mic platform, right? So before I begin, let's roll the video and then I'll share some of my thoughts. I hope you got a snip of what basically open mic offers to entrepreneurs like yours. Just before we got started on this session, Mr. Murli told me that yesterday there was a 11-year-old entrepreneur who was talking about how his sort of startup and idea is to manage e-waste in India and around the world. Just the kind of ideas that are coming from entrepreneurs in today's time is just so inspiring for everybody in the ecosystem who are supporting startups, right? Truly inspiring. So I'm going to take about 5-7 minutes to talk about one of the elements of the ecosystem builders. There are typically about 5 sort of key ingredients to make the startup ecosystem flourish in any city, in any country, and those are essentially the entrepreneurs themselves, the whole peer-to-peer learning that you can enable through platforms like Open Mic, through communities like TIE, and so many others that are sort of coming up in India. The second is academia. Third is your government. fourth is investors, and fifth is the corporates, because corporates also play a very strong role in terms of how they can bridge the gap of bringing in a lot of the innovation that startups, entrepreneurs are creating into the mainstream, right? Because this whole what do startups and what do entrepreneurs like you actually enable? You are sort of generating signals of the future, be it in terms of technology, be it in terms of business model, and corporates, enterprises adopting this into their business helps fast track the digital transformation. And when I say corporates, corporates also enable the whole B2B2C B2B2C model, right? In India itself, if I have to basically talk about the various corporates who are doing something related to startups, be it innovation cells, incubation centers, accelerators, there are roughly in the top enterprise customers in India. There are roughly about 53 or 58 customer enterprise folks who have a focused initiative or program to work with startups. So how do you actually decide, leverage which program to participate in, whether it is a corporate accelerator, a corporate startup program, which is basically the best fit for you. So I'm going to take the example of Microsoft in terms of how we support startups in their journey, be it in early stage, growth stage, or even once you reach, the stage of, being a unicorn. I would say most of the corporates would have similar flavors of what they have to offer. So you should basically figure, depending on your journey, what is it that you're looking for, right? And I'm going to use a couple of slides just to sort of, make the visualization clear. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen. Just give me a cue if you can't. So if you see any corporate program or startup program that enterprises offer, there are the whole objective is basically obviously to optimize the bottom line for startups as they are starting off. That's the most crucial thing. But then there are a lot of other benefits that you get from partnering with corporates. One is your fast track in terms of growing your business, whether it is in terms of getting mentorship support, getting access to other customers, be it enterprise customers if you're in the B2B space, or even scale via some of the initiatives that these programs have for B2C. So if you see, the partnership basically is based on three distinct pillars, right? One is everything related to tech, which is the build with pillar. The second is the go to market, which has everything related to marketing. And then the third is the sell with, which is everything related to business. And when I say build with, today for startups, you need to focus on your core product, on your core solution. You don't have to worry about, how do I use this? If you are basically looking at, cloud platform or any technologies, there are a lot of platform solutions that are available today in the market. So the focus of any corporate program or any accelerator program that you are part of, you should look at how does that help me fast track my product to hit the market. What is it that I can leverage from a technology perspective from that particular program? So at Microsoft, what we do is, for us, it's very crucial and very important to understand what is the kind of tech adoption happening amongst entrepreneurs like yourselves, right? So our engineering group directly works with startups, and it doesn't matter if you are still at your MVP stage, but as long as there is a certain clear vision for you in terms of what is the kind of tech that you are looking at, be it in the AI space, be it in the local languages, be it in terms of, if you're doing something very cool in, say, the space tech world, we basically are able to, because of the kind of portfolio that we have, we are able to support entrepreneurs just from a tech perspective to handhold as you are sort of maturizing your product, right? When you hit your MVP, after that, how do you basically scale? What are the kind of services that are available? How do you use them versus actually build something of your own? This I would say is maybe more focused for the B2B startups. But say, for example, for B2C startups, there is a lot of focus if you have to reach to, if your solution basically serves the unconnected world of unconnected consumers in India, right? It's very important if you have a mobility solution, it's very important to basically also create your solution, create your product which actually caters to that market. And the biggest barrier, which obviously a lot of the innovation which is happening, disruption which Jio has created in the data space, you will be able to reach this audience if you're building the right kind of interaction layers between your solution and the customer. So having voice-based interactions, having local language support, vernacular content becomes very, very important. So these are some things which you don't have to basically, as a solution provider, as an entrepreneur, you don't have to focus on that, but leverage something which is already available from the various platform players. The second part is basically the marketing. So whether it is ATL, BTL, joint content creation, doing joint PR, doing joint events, that's something that corporates basically, especially corporates which have a innovation center, a incubation center, are very keen to basically work with startups and help startups create that content, do a lot of joint storytelling. So Microsoft also helps startups do that. And then the third thing is, if you have and this is specific to Microsoft, but other corporates also would have similar programs. But if you have a B2B model or a B2B2C model, then there are various channels that corporates can basically offer to reach out to the customers. Because take an example of Microsoft. We basically sell in about 192 countries. And it is mainly in the enterprise and the mid-market space. So these customers basically open up for you to sell your solution into. So, if you are basically looking at leveraging any of the corporate programs and looking at how do you basically increase your market share through channel partnerships, these are some of the things that you should take care of when you are making that decision. And this is for early stage startups, right? Once you basically reach a certain growth, reach a certain scale, some of the things that you can look at is basically being part of, if you are catering to a particular vertical or industry, you should also look at, can you basically be part of those programs which gives that industry flavor, which brings in that domain expertise for a particular vertical. That's something that you should basically look at. But very happy to sort of see the kind of traction that's here at OpenMind. If you have any questions, happy to take that, and absolutely look forward to a very interesting day today.
Thank you. Thank you, Sangeeta, for sharing the entire partnership model for the startups. It's really interesting to see how much Microsoft is willing to work with partners in co-selling, which is one of the biggest areas a lot of startups struggle, right? Digital advisory, right? Channel partnership, and then all your advice on the voice enablement. Really, really insightful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate taking time and talking to all the startups out here at OpenMind. Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you.